Hi there, welcome to Griffin Today. I'm Sarah Hatton.
And I'm Ellis Cross, and we have a great show for you today. And now let's take a look at this special sports report from Ebony Lacey.
This is Ebony Lacey from Griffin Today. I'm here with Scott Groner. He is a sophomore on the field. So you originally recruited here to play baseball, but you're playing football now. So what's going on with that?
Actually happened by accident. My part-time job that was in the Griffin Indoor Sports Complex, I worked with the punting coach, Jay White. So one day he saw me punting some balls in the indoor, just having a bit of fun, and he asked how I learned to do it, and one thing led to another, and I ended up out on the field, and showing him what I could do.
What football experience did you have before this?
I played Australian rules football, which not really NFL, but it's just a game where you just kick the ball to each other. So really, I've been doing that since I've been growing up.
Is it a lot different than football here in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's a lot different. I showed it to a few people in America, and they were blown away by the speed of it and how accurate people can kick the ball to each other and stuff. So it's a different sort of game.
So how was the transition from baseball to football in general? Was it a hard transition to make?
It's a lot different. Yeah, playing that since I was 5 years old, and to now just come in and play football. It's been an experience, that's for sure. It's a lot different.
So how did you choose Missouri Western coming from Australia?
Well, I sort of wanted to follow in my dad's footsteps. He went to Oregon State University to start off with, and then got his master's at KU. So he knew the Midwest and knew the West Coast. So probably before my freshman year, I sent out about 120 emails to schools, to try and get some interest, and ended up coming over here for 2 weeks and sort of going on a whirlwind tour to a few schools to check them out and see which one looked best.
How do you like Missouri Western?
I like it. It's good. It's a good little town, good little school, and certainly a lot of the new facilities that we've gotten has really boosted certainly athletics for the school, and I'm having a great time.
What is one thing that you like about the U.S. that's different than how it is in Australia?
Probably the sporting atmosphere. I'd say that's probably the biggest thing, because in Australia I'd be surprised to get maybe 100 people to a baseball game, and obviously we don't have football. We have high school football, but and then 200 people maybe. But here, being out in front of maybe 5,000-6,000 people, it's just unbelievable. So yeah.
So do you hope to be a two-sport athlete in the future?
I'm just taking this one day at a time. This has been surreal for me. So whatever happens in the end, I'll be happy. I'm having a great time playing football, but of course, been playing baseball all my life as well. So we'll see where it leads.
All right. And this is Ebony Lacey again with Scott Groner, number 34, and this is Griffin Today.
And now a special segment from Robin Gann to explore what students are spending their refund checks on.
Long lines are a thing of the past, with Missouri Western's business office's new practice of mailing out refund checks or directly depositing them into students' bank accounts. However, this doesn't mean that the disbursement check days are done. And with 85% of students borrowing in excess of what they need, students like Robin Usher are trying to spend more wisely.
Shopping spree or something, but it wasn't as big as it has been in the past due to the tuition increase. So I did the responsible young adult thing, and I got caught up on my bills and actually bought groceries for once, so I wasn't bumming it as a college kid on ramen noodles for a while.
While other students such as Aaron Kemp choose to splurge.
To a concert for a night of relaxation away from studying.
If you are going to be splurging, try using these tips. Stick to 1 or 2 small purchases. That way you feel like you're still treating yourself, but you're not breaking your bank. Shop around. Most major retailers have price match guarantees, so you're still buying from your favorite retailer, you just might not be paying their price. Also, don't be afraid of open item boxes. The merchandise inside is still good, and you won't care about the box once you get it home. Set a limit and stick to it, even if it means only bringing X amount of cash into the store with you. Lastly, ask yourself, how much do I like this? If you don't like those jeans at least $50 worth of then put them back. Remember, it's your money and it matters how you spend it.
And now to the cross-reference with Ellis Cross.
Hello, welcome to the Cross Reference. I'm Ellis Cross. Are you angry yet? You should be. Governor Jay Nixon has ignored the fact that Missouri Western has historically been awarded the least state appropriations money per student compared to all other Missouri universities. He now has pushed for and received approval for funding cuts of our campus greater than any other universities. Governor Nixon somehow believes that students here are worth less than other university students in Missouri. Now, I'm a strong believer in the "You Can't Keep a Griffin Down" campaign, and I support those who are in the fight to correct the governor's thinking. However, today I want to address those students wishing to join the fight and prove that a griffin is a beast to be reckoned with. First of all, are you registered to vote? If not, you have no reason to complain about the government you receive. You are also powerless to change the mind of those who think you are a student of less value. Second, vote the way you feel and believe. Prove to the governor that you do care and you are educated. Show the governor that you understand far more than he gives you credit. If you agree with Governor Nixon that Missouri Western students are worth less than other students in Missouri and are best served by cutting appropriations, then vote for him again. If you think we are as good or even better than other state-supported universities and cutting our funding will only result in higher tuition, then stop voting for him and stop voting for those who agree with him. That's where I stand. Let me know how you feel at elliscross@yahoo.com. Impress me with your argument and you could be our next guest on the Cross Reference. And now something from the art scene. Sarah Waters with Entertaining Western.
Welcome to Entertaining Western. I'm Sarah, and this is your guide to what's showing Western style. Film fans and drama devotees, we've got your front row seats. Art aficionados, song supporters, we'll show you where to feed that craving. Or maybe you just want to be entertained. Whoever you are and whatever your passion, we'll tell you where it's at on Entertaining Western.
Big, quick, very good. Oh, yeah. Right more good. Yeah. Good. There you go.
Juliet may wonder wherefore art her Romeo, but we know whence he's gone. Why, to the Black Box Theater and swordsmanship rehearsal. This is what is called combat practice, where each move of the weapon is rehearsed and re-rehearsed. Just like lines, each move is specifically choreographed. In fact, the swordmaster Don Lilly calls it dancing with a little extra metal. So while the cast touches up on their dancing, you should make sure you've got your tickets to the show. Romeo and Juliet will be the first in the theater department's season of classics. The tale takes place in 1861 in Verona, Missouri, where the Civil War has just begun to rip the country apart, and two households have already been fighting for many years. In the midst of all this chaos, two star-crossed lovers defy their families to be together forever. With these lovers divided by a river and a way of life, the stage is set for Shakespeare's tale of bitter hatred, division, and true love. Romeo and Juliet is directed by T. Quillen and will be showing in the Potter Hall Theater October 6th, 7th, and 8th at 7:30 p.m. and October 9th at 3 p.m. This year all seating is reserve seating, so you want to make sure you get your tickets as soon as possible. The box office is open every afternoon in Potter, or you can buy tickets online by clicking on the Arts Calendar link at the bottom of the Missouri Western website. While you're in Potter Hall, you might want to check out the art show that's in the gallery there now. The show is titled Here and Nowhere, and its artists are Misha and Amy Kligman. The show runs from September 12th through October 7th and is free to the public all day long. The work on your screen now is one done by Amy and is entitled Pitch In. Along with acrylic and resin on canvas, this show includes works done in oil and wax on canvas and various drawings. For more works by these artists or to purchase a piece, visit MishaKligman.com or AmyKligman.com. However, if you like your pictures to move, you can check out the next segment in the foreign film series. The film is entitled The Eye de Maria Braun, or The Marriage of Maria Braun. This movie is in German, but don't worry. Like all the films in the series, subtitles will be provided. The film will be presented on October 10th at 6:30 p.m. In fact, all the films in the series begin at 6:30, as well as showing the Hearn Center, room 102. This film is rated R and runs for 120 minutes. It is directed by Rainer Werner Fassbinder and stars Hanna Schulja, Klaus Lausich, and Ivan Desny. The film is about a young German woman, married to a soldier in the latter days of World War II. Married less than a day, then separated from her husband, the following years of the war create a woman that is cruel, sad, and indomitable. Through it all, she remains loyal to her husband, doing everything in her power to protect him. Yet, all along she keeps score. First nylons and cigarettes, then a good job, fashionable clothes, a house in the suburbs, and expensive restaurants. Just like her loyalty to her husband, nothing will dissuade her from keeping count. For more information about the foreign film series, visit the English, Foreign Language, and Journalism Department webpage on the Missouri Western website. And finally on the calendar is the Verses and Voices Festival. The festival began 3 years ago with Missouri Western's Director of Choral Activities, Dr. David Benz, as a way to encourage students from elementary on up to participate in the arts. Some students write poetry, others create artwork, and still others sing. While there are months of preparation leading up to it, the festival itself takes place on 2 separate nights. On October 17th, the Missouri Poet Laureates David Kluwel and Walter Bargan will hold a creative writing workshop from 4 to 6 p.m. in Blum Union. Later that night, from 6 to 7, the artwork will be on display at Frederick Boulevard Baptist Church for perusal. And wrapping up the night will be an open mic session at 7 there at the church for anyone with original poetry or a poetry interpretation. Yet that isn't all. There's still another night to the festival.
One of the very special parts of the Verses and Voices Festival is that we bring in Missouri's 2 poets laureate, Walter Bargan and David Kluwel. And of course we give the writers of original poetry the opportunity to read for them, and of course they read for the students as well. And of course their poetry is so important, but when you get to hear them read it, it just really comes alive. Another very important part of the festival is that we bring in a Missouri composer as well. And so each choir does one song by that attending composer, and that composer actually directs their song. So each choir gets to meet a really fine Missouri composer in the festival.
The second night of the festival on October 18th will begin at 7:30 p.m. with the festival concert at Frederick Boulevard Baptist Church. The concert will feature the high school choirs from Benton, Central, Lafayette, LeBlond, and Savannah, as well as the Junior Griffin Singers, the St. Joseph Community Chorus Chamber Choir, and the Missouri Western Concert Chorale. Interspersed throughout the night will be readings from award-winning students, as well as the Poets Laureate. So break out your wallets and buy a ticket, because you won't want to miss the magic when Verses and Voices comes together. For more information about the festival, ticket prices, or the program itself, visit versesandvoices.org.
And now we have Megan Baggett giving us a look at Family Day.
Oh, try again. Whoa. Oh,
Before the game between the Missouri Western Griffins and the University of Central Missouri Mules, the Center for Student Engagement and the Student Government Association hosted a Family Day.
Giving back to the community, but also inviting and opening up our campus to family and friends and students and their parents. We wanted to give them a chance to come on campus and see some of the areas that we have on campus, like the GISC and also the new planetarium that we have. So we wanted to kind of show off some of the items that we have on campus.
Going in. These mouths is trying to...
After the pancake breakfast, activities going around campus included everything from rat races by the Psych Club to face painting and ring tosses. There were also tours of the Griffin Indoor Sports Center, and the planetarium featured 2 shows. This weekend was set aside to honor the families, all the moms, the dads, the guardians, spouses, brothers, sisters, grandparents, children, and friends of students for a weekend of fun, sun, and football.
She's like, I got this, dude.
This is the first initial. We had the pancake breakfast. We have never done that before. But we said, let's just try some new initiatives to see if we can encourage parents to come back to us, or non-trads. We had a lot of non-trads and their children here. It's just not about the parents, it's about our community. So I think that we're on the right track of getting a community built here for Western.
Field reporter Charlene Davino now has this on Java City's favorite barista.
Coffee. For many college students, it is the fuel that drives them. It is the answer to long nights that fade into endless mornings and exhausted Mondays. Pam Dameron is the woman behind the coffee. As Java City barista, she does more than serve up coffee with a smile in Kearns Library.
I think that students like a little bit of a treat. You know, it's like a treat to get you going, to get your work day or your school day started, or a treat in between classes, or just so that to keep them going.
Pam understands that she has a unique opportunity to impact the lives of her customers. She strives to make each of these fleeting exchanges meaningful for the students of Western.
Every person that comes in, no matter what they look like, no matter what they're doing, there's always something about them that is special. And I thought, when my oldest son went away to school, he was gone, you know, and I thought, oh my God, I hope somebody is always nice to him. So I thought, well, I would always, you know, be that one person that would be nice to him no matter what. And it's just easy to do.
Pam describes watching students mature and grow up before her eyes.
I've seen people, you know, get together, get married, have kids, you know, it's so nice. I see people change, you know, from freshman to, you know, junior, senior. They grow and mature and, you know, just become their own people, you know.
And just like a mother, Pam emphasizes that she has enough room in her heart for all her customers.
And you know, y'all are my favorites. I love y'all.
Customers describe Pam as many things as they sing her praises. She is a friend, a confidant, and at times, even a cheerleader. She has an available ear, open arms, a shoulder to cry on, and a heart big enough to love the entire Griffin family. As students come and go, Pam remains, standing sentry from her post in the library and watching as generations of Griffins pass through these halls. She plans to continue serving up her unique blend of coffee and friendship, and it sounds like that suits her customers just fine.
Thanks to all of our field reporters.
And be sure to watch Griffin Today every day at griffinnews.com.